Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Hangout with Busayo. Today on the program we have a special guest with us. It's going to be an awesome time. Before I move to even introduce the person that will be with us today in the studio, don't forget that we are using Miss Palace. What are you looking for in Just that you don't want to just come to Miss Palace and see what they have? Is it the restaurant? They have cinemas, they have food stuff, a coffee lounge, everything you need they have here at Miss Palace Refuge Just. Okay, today on the program we'll be interviewing a gospel music artist. There's a song that he brought out against abortion. We're going to be discussing that today. Just introduce yourself. Maybe give us your full name, so we'll know that we don't just know you as Soapy alone, but we'll know your name.
Okay. My name is Solomon Peter Gambo. Yeah. So popularly known as Soapy, but that's the stage name I use.
Oh.
So ideally you can say Soapy, Solomon, Peter, then Gambo.
Oh.
But then in another line you just see the soul. I use SOUL. So because most of my music speaks to the heart of people and then it pierces deep. It's picking up stories of people, then put in scriptures, put in the mind of God what they are doing, and then send it forth. So I'm not only speaking to your mind, speaking to your soul. So yeah.
Oh, that's like Soapy.
Yeah.
That's nice. Okay, let's quickly go to the song Dear Judith. Now we're talking about abortion, and your song really went deep into explaining some critical scenario. Like one of the lines I could remember, it says your papa na bishop, your mama na usher, but at the end of the day, maybe because of mistakes and other things, you got pregnant and you're having issues of maybe you want to take up the baby and all those things. What really inspired you to write about abortion?
Okay.
Or to sing about abortion?
First and foremost, the inspiration came from the Holy Spirit. Yeah, I was inspired by God. And secondly, I've had friends that have gone through that lane before. Yeah, I know of friends, so many, like the one I can remember, like 5 that shared stories with me of what happened. And basically it happened in the church. You know, sometimes we go out to preach to people while our own are dying. And then most times these things, they don't preach it on the pulpit. So we feel everything is all right. But then these ladies are passing through a lot. And mostly, you see, like I said, bishop, usher. I was trying to bring a picture that those people come from perfect homes. Do you understand? Yeah, they come from perfect homes when everything looks like it's perfect, but then they are dying inside, and they can't be confident to tell their parents that this is what's going through. This is what they are going through. Why? Because what will the church say? What will the community say? What will people think about my daughter? I'm a pastor, and then these same pastors, this same bishop, this same usher sponsor the abortion. So that they keep to that image that they have. So that's the picture God gave me. Let's go through that line and let's see how we can reach out. We'll start from there and then we'll reach to the community, we'll reach to the people, and then to the world.
Okay, still concerning this, from what you just spoke from now, it's about stigma. Yeah, stigma that is that's people get even from these experiences that they have. Now, how would you say in terms of someone that maybe by mistake or by error, we know some people will say, there's nothing like mistake, it's not like a mistake, it's something deliberate. If you want to give it up for people to start giving comments about abortion, they say, no, although everybody will say it's not nice, it's not good, it's not this, but looking at it from the aspect that, okay, it might be a mistake. Some people may be as a product of maybe they were sexually abused and it resulted into pregnancy, and they will not want to, because of the stigma of some tribal and some religious belief that if you have this one, there is a problem, it's an issue, and all those things. So what will you have to say concerning people who are undergoing such a critical state of life now?
Okay, when you listen to Dear Judith, you understand that it's a storyline. So mostly when I talk to people, I don't just talk because they might feel you don't understand what they're passing through. So I use the story of others. Now I have this lady, when the song was released, a lot of people messaged me. I got messages from my emails, my WhatsApp, all my social media handles. I just received messages. Some people shared their story. Now there's a story of this lady, she was raped. She was raped and then she got pregnant. I think she was 17 then. So she decided, she was that line whether to keep it or to kill it, but something helped her. God just told her, okay, just keep this baby. Now she named the baby Angel. Eventually she kept the baby. She named the baby Angel. Now everybody that was against that, why did this, and nobody believed it was a rape. Do you get it? So God helped her. She went through the stigma, she went through the pain, and a lot of things happened. I don't want to go detail, but now that same little Angel, she's 7 now. When that girl is not in the house, everybody is bored. Do you get it? Now she brought in joy into the house. The grandmother, the grandfather, the uncles, everybody went, come, where is Angel? Now these are the same people that wanted her to abort the baby. So we're talking about life here. You're carrying somebody that you don't know the future. That's very important. So you don't determine the future of people. If there's anything that you can do, in as much as you were raped, you were molested, if there's anything you can do, is to correct it. You know, we can't correct the past, but we can correct the future. Yeah, so the future we don't know, only God knows. So you just believe it and trust him. Now that little girl, Angel, is the joy of the house. Everybody, where is Angel? Where is Angel? And they are so happy. So what if they destroyed Angel? I also gave a story of Cristiano Ronaldo. I was going through his profile, going through YouTube, I was seeing the videos, and the mother said she almost aborted him. Why? Because they were poor, very poor, and they couldn't afford another baby. But then Cristiano Ronaldo, everybody is celebrating him today. So what if they aborted him? So sometimes you don't look at the past, you just look at the future and then trust God. Justin Bieber went through the same circle too. A lot of great and amazing people. So now what if their parents aborted them? No matter how the thing came through, it might be through rape. One of the lyrics we said is, nothing happens by accident. There are things our eyes cannot see. That's to tell you that even if it's by accident, in code, the future you cannot see. So you just need to trust God. Yeah.
Okay, let's now move to how can one really, you know, one of the things that as I was listening to your song, I was sharing with friends and we're just saying about talking about it, and one of the things they said is, why not just abstain from it when you know that you are not ready for it? But I don't know if you have maybe contrary or something to add to it. I mean, how can one avoid that particular phase of time? Because, you know, even it happens, abortion now, people think is only abortion really happens when you are not married. You see married people at some point in time, they'll tell you that we are not ready for a child now. Why will it come? Okay, can we just allow it go and let's go, we'll trust God for another and all those things. And there are some people that after that particular time, they don't have another again. Possibly they come up to after we don't have money, let's just try as much as possible and let this baby go. And when they eventually from consent allow it to go, then they start, now when they now need the baby, it's not really coming forth. So what do you have to say concerning that situation, and what do you have to say concerning people who are trying to contemplate it? You know, some people just say, when I just get pregnant, they are this stage and I just come out. What do you have to say concerning that?
Okay, let me start with the married people. Currently I have 3 cases on my table. They are all married people. Do you understand? One, she got pregnant and then she gave birth, the child is just 1 year plus, and then another pregnant. Do you understand? So now they are thinking whether to abort it or not. So they listened to the Judith and they messaged me. Now this is the thing, you know, sometimes there are circumstances around us that we cannot control. Like, let me use Angwan Rukuba. Now some people grew up in Angwan Rukuba, all they know is what's surrounding them. So abortion looks like normal. Do you get it? Being pregnant at home and giving birth at home looks like normal. So it's not like they woke up and somebody gave them a different perspective of what lifestyle is. Do you understand? So they wake up and they do those things not because they liked it, but because it looks normal. And most times when people talk about why you don't just avoid it so that you can get pregnant. You know, sometimes we sit down, we judge people without looking at what we do too. Some of these people don't even understand what they're going through. I shared a message on my Facebook wall the other day. I said, ladies grew up with parents that they feel showing love to your children publicly, it's a crime. So our fathers grew up as demigods of the house. So you can't hug your daughter and tell her, I love you. Now this girl goes out and a boy tells her, I love you. That's the first time she's listening to it. And then she goes gaga, she goes crazy. And he uses that opportunity to get her pregnant. Now the problem started from home. No father has hugged her, no father has kissed her, no father had taken her out, get her suya, so a boy can just get suya, get yogurt and take her to bed. So we don't take that. We don't look from the roots. All we see is the fruit, what's happening now, and we tend to judge. If you want to correct these circles, we want to avoid this thing, we need to go from the home. We need to go from the father, from the mother. What are you teaching your children? What are you telling them every morning? How do you tell them to love? How to keep their bodies? Do you understand? The media is influencing our people now. But as a father, when you wake up, you know, it looks weird when you're talking to your children about love, private parts, their body. You know, our parents escape those things. They don't discuss those things with us. But those are the very things we should start telling our children. Because if you don't tell them, they find it in the media. And what they find in the media is the negative. So how do we avoid this thing? By from the roots. Go back to the house, the father, the mother, the community, the church. We need to start preaching this thing on the pulpit. We don't only say you go to hell. No, you don't need to do that. You need to show people that when you do this thing, there are other things that will destroy your life here before you even go to hell. So it's deep. How do we avoid this thing? We need to go to the roots. Sometimes we just feel, stop fornication. Is it easy? How can you do that? The fornication will not come to you. You have to understand yourself deeply from home. So this thing is all circle. But then the home is the background. Yeah, father-mother relationship with children.
Well, okay. Let's before we wrap things up, I want you to at least give us some lines in Dear Judith. Let's enjoy the music since we are here with our guitar.
Nothing happens by accident. There are things our eyes cannot see. Jesus cares for you with all his heart. He loves you and loves the baby too. If you will trust him with all your heart, he can turn every mess to a message for the world to read. So Judy, Judy, fornication you should kill, not the baby. Let him live, let him live. Judy, Judy, there is life in the blood. When there is life, there is hope. Let him live. I know it hurts, I feel the pain. You're not alone, see, I feel it too. I'll love you to keep it. Let him live. Let the baby live. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I think you've enjoyed that tidbits of the. This thing is really touching my soul. Okay, this is how we wrap things up today on this episode of Hangout with Busayo. And don't forget the special guest we have here is Solomon Peters Gambo, also known as Soul P. Yes, here with us. And dear Judith, you may be there listening to us now. Keep the baby. Don't let it go. Yeah, so see you same time next week as we bring to you another interesting episode of Hangout with Busayo. Thanks to Miss Palace for giving us the space to use. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much and bye.